I'm going to show you how to enlighten your face with foundation, to rehydrate your skin if you feel dehydrated, to give you a mini facelift, to overall give yourself, as the French say, a bonne mine, which means to look healthy. So it's important to start, before you do your makeup, start by cleaning your skin. And by cleaning, you should really deeply clean your skin. You should do it twice a day. And that helps exfoliate your dead skin cells, and it leaves the skin like a really nice soft palette for your foundation and for all the makeup that you use afterwards. We have a great line of products called Dim Expert, and there is a full range of different ways to clean off makeup and prepare your skin for the makeup. So let's get started. One of my favorite products is called Touche Magique. It is a concealer with a brush that you wind up. You don't need a lot of it. I use it sort of like half foundation, half concealer. But first I would start by putting it under the eyes, around the nose, sometimes around the mouth. If there was a pimple, I would touch the pimple, and then you just, either with your finger or with the brush, work it out so that you just blend the product. So you do the under the eye bag, and you do a little bit in the corner, which is a little trick to lift up the eye. Sometimes I do all of the sort of the center areas of the face. You don't have to conceal like you're wearing a mask. You want it to still be transparent, and less is more. So a very little bit of this product goes a long way. There's also foundation. You want to use foundation very sparingly and drop by drop. So taking a little drop on my finger, and you just dot it underneath the eye. Start with the center of the face, because that's usually where you're most discolored, or there's a little bit of redness. Around the nose, around the nostrils, under the chin, around the corners of the lips. Usually, like this portion, you don't need a lot of foundation. It's usually a more even part of your face. So you want to just sort of work most of the foundation from the center, and then work it all like outwards so that there's not a harsh line. And you choose a makeup which matches your skin tone based on your undertone, which is, like Marina here is golden. So we choose like a medium color of her skin, and then you choose the golden tone if you're golden, or maybe you're red, or maybe you're neutral. Now I would go and touch a little bit of foundation onto the eyelid, because you don't need a lot, but it'll prepare your eye. You can reshape and specify what parts of your face that you want to show off the most, you know, like your eyes, or your lips, or your bone structure. Makeup is about choosing the right colors, but it's also about playing with light and dark, reflection and contour. I would then take a bronzing or a powder, or maybe even a deeper shade of foundation. Sometimes I work with a few different shades of foundation, or I use them with a concealer. Maybe I would do a lighter concealer here, a more medium foundation, and then I would work in a little bit of what we call contour, or a darker shade. I'm using the Glam Bronze Duo, and I'm using the darker one to kind of sculpt the face out. So you're thinking of makeup as if it's like lighting, and you can bring out your cheekbones, kind of giving dimension to the face with a little bit of darkening. Then I would powder. You want to just sort of take a little bit of powder and do very gently the center again of your face, under your eyes, your chin, but like really lightly. You really don't want to look too covered up. It's important that the skin still has like a radiance to it and a glow. There's a new product called True Match Minerals, which I really love. There's no fragrance, and it's just amazing. You dot it on around the face, around the center again, and then you just circulate it onto the face with this very delicate round brush. And it gives a beautiful covering texture, like foundation, but it's all in a powder, and it's all in one. Sometimes I use it alone, and sometimes I use it with a little bit of concealer around if you need. Another way to help you look healthy and radiant and glowing is to add a little blush. I always start with like a kind of peachy pink, but you know, you can choose the color you like. And you put a little bit onto the brush, and starting like in the high apple of your cheek, just gently circulate the blush. You don't want it too low, and you don't want it too much in. Here I'm doing it, you know, on the cheek. You can add a little bit onto the nose, or like, you know, brush the forehead or the temples a little bit, just to kind of continue the healthy look. So there you have an illuminated, sculpted, beautiful skinned face.